What's going on, Hustle Nation? Today we're going to be talking about how to invest in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now you can invest in the Dow Jones, or also known as the Dow, with just one single ticker symbol, the DIA, also known as the diamonds. Okay, so we're going to talk about what the DIA is, what the companies are, how it's been performing, and all that starting now. So let's get started. The SPDR Dow Jones Industrial Average Trust tracks the performance of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? So what is the Dow Jones Industrial Average? It's an index which contains the top 30 prominent U.S. companies. Okay. So one important thing to be aware of, obviously, in investing in any ETF or any fund, is the expense ratio, right? So this expense ratio is 0.16, which is very, very low. $16 for every $10,000 that you per year that you have it. It's got almost a 2% dividend yield, which is it's okay, not great. So let's look at what companies are in the Dow Jones. Okay. Big name companies that you probably are familiar with, and here's the weighted average. United Health Group, so we've got healthcare, Microsoft, technology, Goldman Sachs, investment banking, restaurants, McDonald's, Home Depot, Salesforce, Amgen, Visa. Got a whole wide variety. Now this isn't fully... Now this is a little bit diversified, but not too much, because obviously there's only 30 companies in here. But as you can see from these 30 companies, you see the biggest well-known American brands, right? Disney, Coca-Cola, Cisco, Verizon, Intel, Walgreens, Visa, Microsoft, right? All those are components of the Dow Jones, okay? So how's it performing? Let's look at the performance. So 1 year, not so good, but we're long-term investors. So 3 years, 11, 5 years, 8, 10 years, 10%, and the life of the fund, 8%. Not too bad, right? I'll take that. So the distribution of the dividends looks like it's pretty well. Looks like it dropped a little bit in 2023, but hopefully it'll jump back up. So Q1 2023, Q2, looks like it dropped a little bit. Let's look at the performance. We talked a little bit about the performance. So compared to the S&P 500, you know, the 10-year is a little bit lower, 5-year is a little bit lower, 1 year is a little bit lower, but the life of the fund is right about the same. So not a bad index, not a bad ETF to invest in. Analysts rate this an A. We really don't care too much about analysts. But it's all North America, all U.S., pretty much. Market capitalization, giant and large companies pretty much is what's in there. A little bit of medium companies, but not too much. The sectors that are included are 20% financials, 20% healthcare, 19% information technologies. Obviously, Dow Jones Industrial Average has some industrials. Consumer discretionary, staples, energy, communication, materials. So fairly diversified. Let's look at the industry exposure. 11% software, 10% healthcare, 6.5% capital markets, hotels, restaurant, leisure, industrials, specialty retail, pharmaceuticals, biotech, financial, aerospace, machinery, insurance, consumers, all the way down to chemicals, semiconductors. So it has quite a bit of industry exposure, so fairly diversified. Like we said before, the net expense ratio very, very fair, very low, 6.16. Distribution yield, it's okay, 2%. Dividends we talked about. NAV, it's right at the NAV. Hypothetical growth, we don't care about hypothetics. Who owns it? Mostly institutional ownership, 30%, and then retail investors like us, 70%. Wow. Price to earnings, about 19.5. The median is 17, so it's right in line. Price to book, a little bit high, but that's all right. We're paying for quality. Here's a list of some of the competing ETFs. There's some other ones here that have lower expense ratio, but I'm more familiar with Dow. If you are familiar with any of these, please let me know, and I'll do a deep dive if you want me to. Leave a comment below. So there you have it, guys. A quick recap of the diamonds, right? The DIA. I do hold these in. I do hold this ETF in most of my portfolios, just as one of the anchors that I use, similar to the S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, and this one, Dow Jones Industrial Average, as kind of a base. So leave me a like if you like this kind of stuff. Comment down below, what is your favorite index fund or single stock? Let's talk about that. And definitely share this with someone who likes talking about stocks. And subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of information. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. I wish you much success in your finances and in life. Peace out.